Hi friends, I'm back with Amazing Grace, and so I'm going to be doing the thinking work that you need to do for day 6, which is you are thinking about the character. So what kind of person is the main character? Be sure to describe him or her using traits and giving examples from the text. So my main character, I talked about this yesterday, is Grace. So in Amazing Grace, the story is mostly about Grace, even though there are some other characters. So if I'm thinking about some character traits of Grace, I'm going to think about what do I know about Grace? Well, I know that she likes to pretend a lot. So maybe she's creative and she has a good imagination because whenever she hears stories, she starts to act them out. So she's creative, she has a good imagination. I know that she's silly because she will sometimes be all of the parts in a story, and that's kind of silly, and she likes to dress up. So she's creative, imaginative, silly. She's determined because she didn't give up no matter what other people said. And she's very strong because when people told her that she couldn't, she said, yes, I can. I am going to do this. And so those are some of the character traits, and I've made a little chart. Those are some of the character traits. I have Grace, my character, in the middle. Maybe you want to draw a picture of your character. And we know that this is not art class. I'm not an artist, and I'm okay with that. That this is Grace, and I put the character traits all around her. So she's imaginative, she is creative, she is strong, she is determined, and silly. All right, great. So I know what kind of character Grace is, but I cannot stop there. I cannot just say, well, she's creative. Okay, I'm done with reading for the day. No, because it says, be sure to describe him or her using the traits and give examples from the text. We've been working a lot on this, that we need to support our thinking with what the text says. So at the bottom of my little chart, I included a sentence stem. And it says, Grace is blank. I know this because the text says blank. That way I already know that I need to support my text. So maybe for the giving tree, you'll start it out with, the tree is blank. I know this because the text says blank. Or if you want to talk about the boy is blank. I know this because the text says blank. So go ahead and put those sentence stems on your paper so that you are already set up to explain your thinking. And so using those sentence stems, I have come up with the trait and an explanation. So I said, Grace is determined. I know this because the text says I can be anything I want. That's something that Grace said after she went to go see the ballet and she's dancing in the room. It says, I can be anything that I want, she thought. Even though Raj and Natalie said she couldn't be Peter, Grace tried and didn't give up. And I know that when we don't give up and when we try, we are determined. When we believe in ourselves, we are determined to do whatever it is that we want to do. So altogether, it says, Grace is determined. I know this because the text says, I can be anything I want. Even though Raj and Natalie said Grace couldn't be Peter, Grace tried and didn't give up. And so that is how I have thought about, okay, what is a character trait my character has? I listed a bunch out, and then I just focused in on one. Maybe you'll want to focus in on another. So if I thought about, maybe I want to talk about how creative Grace is. I could say Grace is creative. I know this because the text says that Grace would act out the stories that she heard people telling her or that she read about. So I know that because the text says that she acted out the different stories, and sometimes she was all of the parts. And so that is me explaining the character trait of my character and how I know that. So just like when we have been reading other books and we talk about our characters, or we might say, well, this character is kind. Okay, how do you know this character is kind? What in the story story tells you my character is kind. So I want you to think about it. Draw you a picture of your character, and then think about what do you know about that character that helps describe them, because our character traits describe our character. And then go ahead and use the sentence stem. The boy or the tree for the giving tree is blank. I know this because the text says blank. You guys got this. I will post my answer and the chart on our page in the comments of this video. And I want you guys to have a great day. Don't forget to post a picture of your silly socks and go outside because it is a beautiful day. All right, bye friends.